What up, YouTube? What up, everybody? So today I'm in charge of my system because it's been freezing up. My engine dirty as hell, but I'm a flatbedder. I'll be off-roading a lot, so you gotta excuse it. But I got my Volvo has a diagnostic code. It's flashing red. One's red, and you see it's lost refrigerant, so it's low on refrigerant. That's why it's freezing up. I changed the filter. It was dirty, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's enough to freeze it up, but I think this is the culprit. I mean, it's pretty easy to tell right there. You can tell on that port valve, it's leaking. So I bought a Schrader valve kit. Hopefully it's just that little valve in there. I'm gonna change out that valve, but I gotta vacuum out the system and then recharge it. But whenever you open up your system, it's supposed to be recommended to change this AC dryer. So I bought one of those. I'm gonna do that well. It's very easy. It's those two nuts on the top, and then that's it. So anyways, it's gonna be a short video because I'm not trying to really record right now. But anyways, y'all be safe out there, drivers. Yeah, that most definitely is gonna be the leak right there. So hopefully it's just the Schrader valve. Get it cleaned up, put some brake cleaner on it, and we can watch it from there. So this is the Schrader valve, AC Schrader valve kit I bought off Amazon. Has different sizes. As you can reach in there, it's just a Schrader valve, like a tire valve stem. Use this tool, back it out. I'm gonna put a fresh one in there. Hopefully it works. I mean, it'll work, but hopefully that's where it's leaking instead of like a weld or something right there. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is because it's inside too. Another way I could have rigged this up, like let's say I'm on the road and this would have happened to me, which I was on the road. One way I could have rigged it, because you can't change that Schrader valve without dumping your system. You know, all this freon's gonna come out. So a quick fix could have been on the road, on your gauges. By your gauges, there's this fitting right here. You can unscrew this off and just have this cap. Pop this on. This is the high side. You'll notice the high side because it only fits. That's the low side. That's where you charge through. Anyways, this, I could have disconnected this and just closed this out, and that could have been a little fix just for now, you know what I mean? And then I could have charged it, and in my opinion, I would have been good. But I wanted to fix it right, and for me, I don't know how to add. I just know how to dump it and put the right amount in. I don't know how to add and get the right, you know, how much it's missing and all that stuff. I used to be a tech a long time ago, but I don't know, I forgot a lot. Anyways, y'all be cool. So all you do is just drop this in there, unscrew it. As you see, it's coming out. It looks like that valve, that spring ain't supposed to be showing like that. So you can tell it's definitely, that's a bad Schrader valve. So as you can tell, I got that in there. You see the gold is new now. So I definitely know that was it because it was falling apart. The valve was falling apart. The spring and all that was messed up. So here's the condenser. I was gonna change the condenser if that's one of the only things that ain't been changed on this system. I got a condenser. I showed y'all at the house, but will I take it back? Absolutely not. Why? This is a 99 truck. I like to keep, you know, never know when parts are hard to find, so me personally, I just prefer to keep it. So I got a whole nother system. But anyways, I got this changed. You gotta make sure it goes in the right direction. Got a little dye everywhere because it wasn't all the way pumped down when I opened it. I didn't know. So gotta clean that up. But anyways, that's, make sure the flow on it is going the correct direction. The inlet's always coming off your condenser. So you just follow this line, make sure, or just pay attention when you take it off, which way it is. Okay, I'm about to vacuum it down. So the way you vacuum it down, you hook up your gauges. This is the low side, the blue's the low side. You hook it up to the blue, and not the blue, to the low side port. And the high side, you hook it up to the high side port. How do you know which is which? Well, with these fittings will only fit on the right one. So you just find the port. The two ports are two separate sizes. Once you get it on, open up the valves. System's empty. Open them. Open both of them so that way you And this is the way you open them on the, make sure you open them both, just for vacuuming. Then you got to hook to your vacuum pump, turn on your pump. Don't forget to put oil in your pump when you buy it. And you see on your gauges, see you're at 0. You want to pull, you're going to pull it to a vacuum. So right down there, you're going to pull it, try to get it to 30. Sometimes these pumps ain't strong enough. My other pump I had, I could only get it down to 20. And then you're going to let it run for about 30 minutes. 30 minutes, depending on how long you got the system open, let it run for about 30 minutes. And then you, once you're done, after 30 minutes, or however long you're gonna do it for, you close both of these off. You close both of these off, it's gonna hold the vacuum. It's gonna hold the vacuum. And then the same line, that's the line that you hook up to your Freon. But you gotta make sure when you charge it, you got that closed, the high side closed. Okay, so now you see it's only been pumping down for about 10 minutes, but you see it's already at negative 30. All right, almost there, you know what I mean? So you wanna, the purpose of vacuum is get all the moisture out. So even though it's down to 30, you still wanna let it run. You still want to let it run, get that moisture out, because if you don't get that moisture out, that moisture will freeze up and cause a blockage. So that's why you need that shit out. But anyways, yeah, I got it on. So ideally you let it pull a vacuum down about 30 minutes, and then you close these valves off and shut off your vacuum, and then you let it sit for, if you got the time, let it sit overnight, man. If you let it sit overnight and come back, it should be where you left it. If it's not, if it loses it and it's back at 0, that means you got a leak somewhere. That also means you got a leak somewhere. But make sure all your gauges are, all these are tight, so it doesn't leak out of there. You know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah. So, and then after that, you charge it. You're just gonna close both of these off. Take that line off your take the yellow line off your compressor and hook it up to your Freon. Then you open this side, let it run, turn your AC on, turn the compressor on, turn everything on full blast, and just start charging it. You guys, how you know how much to charge? Look on your system, look on your truck. You should have a tag like this. Okay, you see that? You see it says refrigerant charges 3.09. And it has a different kind. That's without a sleeper. And you look, mine's the VN610. That's what I got. So you look, it's 3.53 pounds. So yes, how do you know how much to put? Well, when you buy the cans, they have different size cans. They got 12 ounce, 10 ounce. I got the 12 ounce cans. So basically, okay, so we got 3.53, and that's pounds. The cans are in ounces. So quiz, how many ounces in a pound? I don't know how I know this, but 16. So 3.53 times 16, that converts it into ounces. So I need 56.48 ounces. You know what I mean? 56.48. And then you divide that by how many ounces, what size cans you got. I got 12 ounce cans, 4.7. So it's about, almost 5 cans. You know what I mean? So, or you can mismatch the cans and get the right amount. So what I'll do is I'll put 4 cans, and then the last can, I'll shut it off a little bit, or, even if you put 5 cans in it, it's not going to hurt. Just a little tiny bit more, a little tiny bit less. It ain't going to hurt that bad, but, what I use is, some different size cans to get that pretty close. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's how you do it. And, yeah. So hopefully, we're going to be blowing icy today, man. We're going to see. Yeah, so I've had mine on there about a good 15 minutes. It's pulled it almost to 30. I'm gonna let it go another 15 minutes. I give it the full 30 minutes, and then I'm tighten it off. Me personally, I'm not gonna let it sit to see if it's leaking, you know, because I'm pretty sure I found the leak. Ideally, I would let it sit overnight to see if there's any other leaks. However, I got to pick up a load. I got to be there at 11 o'clock, and it's 9:20. It's about a 20-minute ride from here. And so I'm ready to get this thing charged and get rolling. So see what's going on. But like I said, you get your O-rings, and yeah. Oh, another thing too. Depending on how much you change, sometimes you got to add oil back in the system. Mine said it needs like an ounce of oil, but so I got one of these. I'm gonna throw this in there. This is 3 ounces. 2 ounces of it is oil. 1 ounce is refrigerant. So whenever I do that math, I'll take 1 ounce off, you know, because it's gonna be 1 ounce right here, and then the rest, you know. But anyways, yeah, I'm feeling real confident that it's gonna be fixed. Yeah. All right. Yes, sir. Let's get this shit done. Get out of here. Okay, it's been pumping down for like 33 minutes. That's all I'm gonna let it pump down. As you can see, it's down to almost -30 on both sides. It's in -30 vacuum. Yeah, so it looks good. So basically all you do is to stop it, just close these off. Close this. You hear this different sound in the compressor because it's straighten out. Go ahead and turn off the compressor. Straighten out. You see it's still in a vacuum. This one is actually, you know, it's a little bit, so I don't think it's leaking, but this one's at 30. Me, like I said, I'm not really gonna let it hold because Freon's going in this motherfucker no matter what. I don't care if it leaks out in a week. Anyways, but normally, like I said, if you could let it sit overnight, let it sit overnight. And once again, I bought this just for the video, man. This is something you do not want to buy, man. If your shit's leaking, do not put this shit in. You know, that goes for like head gasket leak, radiator leak, coolant leak, leak repair, leak sealers. Y'all don't use that shit, man. That shit don't work, and it'll clog up some shit, man. It'll clog up some important shit, and just fix your shit right, man. You know, just fix your shit right, or just, you know, it is what it is. But this does more harm than good. Yeah, especially you know, like your coolant, like head gasket. When you're leaking coolant, people put that shit in your system, and you got all kinds of little valleys and passageways in your engine. You don't want that shit gumming up in your shit. But anyways, yeah, so back to the math. I forgot about that oil that I'm gonna put in there. So once again, 3.53. You see right there where it says 3.53. That's my truck. So we get the 3.53. Hold on, let me get the. Let's do 3.53 times 16, because there's 16 ounces in a pound. We're converting it to ounces. In case I need to know, there's 1,000 grams in a kilo too. I don't know how I know that either, but come back, Red Top, come back. Don't backslide. 3.53 times 16. That means I need 56.48 ounces. There's 1 ounce in that oil, that other oil can I got, so we're gonna subtract 1 ounce. So 55.48. And then if you look, these are the cans I bought from Walmart. They're about $9 a can, 12 ounces. So divide 55 by 12. That's 4.62 cans. So like I said, I'm gonna let 4 cans go. The correct way would be just you put it on a scale and it'll show you how much once you get down to that last can. But I'm just gonna do 4 full cans, and then that 5th can, I'm gonna fill it when it feels about halfway done. I'm just gonna stop it, and that should be A1. That's what I did last time. Worked just great. But anyways, yeah, getting ready to let you know how this does. Okay, well, let me go ahead and show you. Let's see, it's still holding. It's still holding right now. It's still floating right now. I don't know that where it's coming out. It might be leaking. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But yeah. So all you do is disconnect this. Disconnect this, and then you're gonna need one of these to hook up to the cans. I'm sure it comes in the kit that I got from Amazon. Anyways, you hook this up to that, and then you hook them up to the can. Hold on. I need my GoPro. I got a faux pro, fake ass GoPro, but that shit ain't. Give me a second. That was weird. I never had this happen, but on this yellow line on my old gauges, this yellow line hooked directly to this thing that the can thing. But with this Amazon set of gauges, I had to put an adapter in between the middle. See that? But it comes with a kit, so it's all good. And all you do is back this all the way out, and then you screw in the Freon, and then you put this all the way down, and it will open it up. And that's all you do. And then you open this can, start your truck, and I ain't gonna do all that on film because you ain't gonna be able to hear me with the engine running and all that shit. But yeah, you just put this on and then just kind of shake the can. When you feel it almost empty, turn it upside down. You'll feel when it gets empty. That's all you gotta do.